What do you have for 24,900 on the Nifty? So it's slightly higher, 70 points. That's about a 0.25%. We've got the Bank Nifty, which is on your screen, about 180 points. 51,100 on the Nifty Bank. And you've got the IT index, which is starting about 0.8% in the green. So IT services, typically, the rub-off in terms of lower interest rates starts to come through. And the other one, of course, has been metals, which should also benefit. The commodity prices go higher, base metal prices go higher as the dollar goes lower. So the metal index is up about 0.6% or so. The heat map is up on your screen. You've got about 5 stocks basically lower. It's a sea of green. It's about a 0.25% on the Nifty so far. Surabhi.
And inching closer and closer, right? Now we're less than 1% away from that all-time high. So let's see. It's an early start into the day. We'll see how this builds. In terms of individual stock actions, ONGC is up and about. IT, as Prashant mentioned, is off to the races. Tech Mahindra, Wipro, TCS, all these names up and about. The banks are keeping the IT stocks good company, which is good news for the Nifty usually. So something like an Axis Bank, early up, HDFC Bank gains between 0.5% to about 1%. State Bank of India is up about 0.25%. So interesting moves coming in over here. Bajaj Finance and Finserv, two of the non-bank financials on the Nifty, are also doing well today. So that's bringing up the positive side. On the downside, there is a bit of a cool-off in Apollo Hospitals, down about 2%. Dr. Reddy's is starting off slightly weak, 0.5% lower. And then you have some of the life insurers, which had a very good week last time around. And now there's some profit taking on an SBI Life and HDFC Life. So that's the early start, but of course lots of action in the mid caps. There's KC International new orders, and then of course stocks like DCW, Epigral, Astral, a lot of these reactions to the CPVC anti-dumping duty that are playing out on the screen as well.
Well, that's right, Surabhi. KEC, they are bagged an order worth around 1,079 crore rupees in the T&D and cables business, so that's flying away. Ashoka Buildcon, they have emerged as the lowest bidder for a project worth around 478 crores from MMRDA. So Ashoka Buildcon as well up and about. The other one that's moving around this morning is Jaicorp. They've informed exchanges that they will be having a board meeting on 29th of August to consider a buyback of shares. So that's another big mover from the broader markets. NIIT Limited, the big bull, Mr. Damani, has bought close to 8 lakh shares at the price of around 127 rupees odd. So that was the big mover actually in Friday's trading session. It's putting on another 10%. Put the two sessions together, the stock is up more than 25%. From the pharma names, Olympic Pharma, they've got the US FDA approval for betamethasone valerate form. So on the back of that, I think that one is moving in the northward direction. On the flip side, because there's more competition for Zydus for one of their drugs, so that one's one of the top losers out there. So Olympic and Zydus moving in opposite directions. Tata Tech, it had a bump up in Friday's trading session. The block deal out of the way when Alpha TC Holdings sold 2.5% stake. It's seeing some follow through. So in 2 sessions, that stock is up more than 5% or thereabouts. So it's a good start. Some of those metal-related counters are doing well, like Nalco. That one's up and about. You have Hindustan Copper as well that opened up well in the green. And Vedanta as well could do well. Now just keep an eye out on all these stocks because aluminium prices from the recent low, they're just around 45 days or so ago, it's up more than 10% from the recent low. So keep an eye out on a few of these names. And just one more stock that's coming on my radar, GSPL, stock is up 8%. Big move is what we are seeing. But as we pointed out earlier today, tech and metals, they are the sectors that are zooming ahead as we speak.
Well, Nigel, so a few other names, right? NIIT is up. NIIT is the biggest volume-led gainer. NIIT Limited, the education company, 12% higher. It's got huge, man, you don't see volumes like this on NIIT. Actually, the stock hardly figures on the top of the leaderboard, but it is today. And it's on your screen, 4 million shares, by the way. KEC, of course, 5% higher as expected. There is Ashoka, I think, Buildcon, which is up about 3.5%. Craftsman Auto is up 5%, has got decent-sized volumes for this point in the day. That's a large one. GMR is up about 5%. GMR Power, that is, so 128 on the other one is up 128. Yeah, there you go. 3 million shares, a large one. And Nigel mentioned GSPL, yeah, 7% gains now there. Tanla is up about 3.5%. It's got decent-sized volumes. Polymed is up about 6% or so. Honasa has been moving up 6.5% this morning and has got decent volumes as well. And we were talking about RPSG Ventures, right? So another 4.5% this morning. Stocks at about 1,080 right now. So that is the Sanjeev Goenka Group holding company, which is popping up. MedPlus is the largest. I think there's been a block in MedPlus because volumes are humongous. 2.5 lower, 618, 690. Look at that, 17 million shares on MedPlus coming through. And of course, Ola Electric is down another 4%. It's come off to about 120-ish kind of levels. We mentioned Zydus Life, which is down 4.5%. Zydus Life has also got very large volumes. Nykaa perked up earlier. Nykaa is down about 3%. Varun Beverages is down a little bit. Look at Reliance Power. I mean, there's been this sort of, that power project which supplies power to Bangladesh, overdues, and there was some news flow around that over the weekend as well. That is Reliance Power. But of course, I mean, there was the other issue as well with regards to Anil Ambani. So maybe that is kind of weighing. Raymond is down about 2% as well, but the stock had a sharp run up. A subsidiary listing in the next couple of weeks is due. Stock's about 2.5% lower.